Hi again. So we have now been making our really cute little food items, which I haven't baked yet because I thought, well, what are we going to do with them? So I have decided we'll finish off this as a little project, three-part project, by decorating this really cute little metal container. So basically what it is, it's a little tin container. You get them in different shapes as well, and I'm just going to decorate the top of it now. So what we're going to do is decide what color we want to make it. I think we can go with pink. So I've mixed this pink and I've mixed it with a little bit of white to make this very light pink. So, and then I also precondition it. This is just for interest, how I like to store my clay. The Dala clay comes in this beautiful packaging, and it comes with a little plastic container. So when you open it carefully so you can get to keep this container. Then you keep all your colors in the containers. So what I've done is, for example, with the blue, I've mixed some white, but I don't want it to touch because there's a slightly different color and it comes onto each other. So I've got a spare one which I put on top of this. And then also with the green, with this teal color, beautiful color, there's the plain one. The Dala clay also has this little plastic sheet with it. So just pop it on just to keep it separate. And then I precondition a lot of it just to so that it's easier to work with. Just for interest's sake. Even if it's preconditioned, especially in the winter times when it's really cold, it does tend to harden up again if you leave it. So I always like to condition it again. Using my little tool. Roll it down flat. If you have a pasta machine or a clay machine, you can use that. I would do it on its thinnest thickness, thickness, for lack of a better word. Sorry, my table's been a bit dirty with all this, all the work I've been doing, so I should have given it a wipe off. Okay, find a cleaner side, and then we're just going to pop it on top. And just work it down nice and flat. And then just over the edge. And then if you push it over the edge, you should be able to just tear it off, the excess. There we go. I'll put that back. So now you want to just make sure all your edges are put down nice and tight and fast, and then we'll come back and clean it up. Also trying to avoid bubbles, so if you see bubbles, just try and smooth it out nicely. You can also take your roller and give it a little roll to make it nice and smooth. Okay, you can see now I have got some bubbles here, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my little knife and pop them. Very low tech, but it works. Okay, just want to neaten up the edges. Okay. Remember as well, if you want to, you can mix glitter into your base, and that way anything that shows through what you're going to put on the surface is going to be sparkly, which I personally love, but I'm trying to be a grown-up today. And we will try avoid the glitter today. But the glitter is also nice because if you do get little bits of dust onto your clay, then it also hides that very nicely. Okay, put that back. Right. Now, the beautiful thing about polymer clay is that you don't need to use anything to stick it to each other. You just decide where do you want your stuff and you just plonk it down. So I think I'm going to put my donut there and my croissant there. And then we want to do a few things around it just to kind of neaten it, to brighten it up a little bit. So I was thinking maybe we can do some cherries or some blueberries. So I'm going to use the purple and just condition it a little bit. And we make little balls. So just roll out your worm. And you take each little section and make it into a ball. While I'm doing this, I'm actually thinking that some pretty leaves, some green leaves will also look very nice with this. So I think I'm going to do that before I do my blackberries, blueberries, blackberries, blueberries. You can do blackberries as well if you want to, but that's going to take a long time. So I don't know if I'll have time to show you. Okay, so these are my little balls. I'm going to keep them there. And then there's my green. Okay. This is such a beautiful green, very bright. I have not conditioned it yet, so it's going to quickly get that soft. Not quite conditioned well enough, but I'm going to just use it like this for the sake of time. Roll it out nice and thin. And then if you've got a nice fat straw, you can use a straw. I'm just going to use one of my little mini cutters. I'm actually going to use the back of this one because I can make it a bit bigger. The reason I use this is just so I can keep it all in one size. So I'm trying to do this on my finger so you can see. Take it, squish it down on the one side until you've got a nice leaf shape that you're happy with. Then you're going to take your toothpick, just make your veins. You can also use a pin for more detail. Okay, so we'll do a few of these. I actually prefer the pins. I don't know what's wrong with my speech today, because it definitely does give you a nice and neater finish. I'm going to do the 4. Okay. Alright, so now you're going to go back to your blueberry, sorry, and then using your bull tool, I'm going to just poke a hole in the middle, and then you want to just kind of push it out. If you find your bull tool's too big, that's a nice thing also about the dollar nail dotting tool. You've got different sizes, but you can also use your little pin for that. So there you've got your first one, and that looks quite cute. Okay, so we're going to carry on. Make your hole, push it out from inside out, so you want a nice kind of textured finish at the top. Let the blueberries fall where they may. Come here, come here. Let's do another one. Okay, so I'm not going to do that one because now you've pretty much got an idea of what we're doing. I'll do that off screen. We can go to that later. Then if you want to add a little bit of a couple of cherries, just take your red, try and make them more or less the same size. You're going to do it the same as what you did with your blueberries. So you roll your little, I'm going to make 2 cherries, roll them in a ball, take your ball tool, make a hole there, make a hole, and then I'm going to take some of my brown, make a very, very small worm, cut that off, pop it inside, cut that off, and then we can put them together. What you can also do is make little highlights as well. So a tiny piece of white. And so you're going to carry on doing your little lid, and you bake that in your oven, and there's your pretty container, which makes a beautiful gift for somebody. I hope you enjoyed our little workshop, and I will see you again soon. Bye bye.